Hi guys, so I'm back with another video, and this one is the perfect palette tag or the palette tag or something about palettes. I wanted to do this tag because if you're young, close your ears, I'm a palette whore. I'm a total palette junkie. At least I was. I'm getting a lot better because I'm beginning to realize there's only so many eyeshadows you need in your life. I wanted to do this tag to talk about some of my palettes that maybe I haven't talked about before, and yeah, so I've got the list of questions. Oh no, I just broke my chair. Sad day. Alright, first question is best packaging, and I thought about it, and what kind of surprised me is I'm giving it to my Naked Basics palette. And the reason I'm doing that is because I like the texture. It's got kind of that rubberized texture. It's got a really solid closure, so I never feel like it's gonna pop open and my eyeshadows are gonna bust. You've got a mirror and you've got 6 eyeshadows in a relatively compact, can I say that right? In a relatively compact way, and so I feel like it's just a really good use of space. I've got other palettes with the same amount of shadows that take up way more space. So for best packaging, I had to go with Naked Basics. Next question is best color payoff. And I thought about it for a second and then I was just like, duh, Lime Crime. I have the Alchemy palette and it has these freaking gorgeous shades in it, and they are so pigmented, they stain. These are like eyeshadow stains. This green, I'm just going to lightly touch it, and it's that, I mean, I barely touched it, and then when I go to wash my hands, this is not going to come off. I'm just going to have green on my hands forever and ever and ever. So best color payoff definitely goes to my Lime Crime eyeshadows. Alright, the next question is most versatile, and I had to go with Lorac Pro simply because the layout includes half matte, half shimmer, half light, half dark. I mean, you've got everything. You've got neutrals, you've got colors, you've got warm, you've got cool, you've got matte, you've got shimmer. I feel like this one palette really covers the spectrum and you could do almost any eye look with it. So the next question is best travel palette, and I decided to go with my Sigma Resort palette. But the reason I chose it is because I feel like you've got half neutral, half bright, so you could kind of get both worlds, you know. It has a blush, it has a highlight. If you were super careful or if you were more warm toned, I don't think I could pull it off, but some people could pull off using topaz as a bronze. You've got a space to put a brush or an eyeliner or whatever. And so I felt like, and you've got a mirror, so I mean, I kind of felt like it had a little bit of everything in it to make it kind of like if you didn't want to bring a bunch of stuff, you could bring this and kind of be set. So that is that. The next question is, which palette do you regret buying? And for me, that is this 120 color palette 3rd edition from BH Cosmetics. I've got a couple of these, the 88, I've got the 88 matte, I've got an 88 shimmer, I've got a bunch of those, but this one, here's the first pan, and then here's the second pan, and this first pan, I felt like everything is kind of got that same kind of dull, muted, like I felt like it was all kind of the same stuff. And then the second pan is colors that I have in other BH palettes, so I just didn't need this. It's just big, it takes up space, I don't really reach for it, so yeah, if I could have that back, I probably wouldn't. I would not bother buying this one. Best color names. I'd say Urban Decay in general. I think they're really easy to remember, they tend to be catchy, and I guess for me, I went specifically with Urban Decay Ammo palette because all of the, well, most of the eyeshadow names are related to actual urban decay. Things like smog, mildew, oil slick, shattered, you know, stuff like that. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool and I decided to go with that. Next question is, which is your least used palette? And I have since depotted it, but this, everything except for the circle shade is separate, but everything else, all of this stuff, came in a Tarte holiday collection last year, but I have never used a single eyeshadow out of this. Yeah. And it's not because they're bad, I just, like, I forget about it. I don't, like, it's in this black Z palette, so I just don't ever see it. I don't ever think about it. I don't ever reach for it. It's not that the shades aren't pretty. I mean, like, this purple shade right here, that's pretty. And then the highlight is really nice. It's kind of a golden NARS albatross type highlight. The champagne color, they're really soft. You know, the mattes, they're good. I mean, it's not that I don't like them, I just don't think about it. And I, sadly and embarrassingly, I've never ever used it. So, yeah. The last question is kind of a three-part. It's most loved, most used, desert island. So the first one I wanted to cover was desert island, because if I'm stuck on a desert island, I've got 1,000,010 things to worry about besides makeup. So I thought it was kind of a silly question. But if I have to pick something to be stuck on a desert island with, I decided to go with my Too Faced Summer Eyes. For one, I like the tin. It's got a mirror. And I feel like the shades are kind of summery and desert islandy. Like, they would fit the situation. I don't know. Most loved. I tend to really bounce around. Like, I don't use one product for long. So what I actually decided to go with is this Hello Kitty I Love Rock eyeshadow palette that I got from Hot Topic when I was in high school. And this is what it looks like. It is all these super bright colors. There used to be, this used to be purple. I used it up and then it shattered eventually. I don't know how well you were able to see from that, but I mean, I've really gotten into a lot of these shades. Pretty heavy. I used to wear, this was like my only eyeshadow in high school. I would wear like the bright green on my top lid and then the hot pink on my bottom line or whatever. So, you know, this was like all I had and I used it a lot. So I'm voting this my most loved. And then my most used is going to go to my Sedona Lace concealer palettes, oddly enough. And if you can see, I've definitely kind of dug into a lot of those. I just dug my fingernail into one of them. Can you hear my cat yowling in the background? She left the room, and then when I closed the door, she got upset that she's not in the room with me. Anyway, but this is my most used because anytime I do makeup on other people, if I don't have a foundation that matches them, I use these to mix up something that works for them. And I can use it for costume stuff. It's just nice and versatile. So yeah, that is my palette tag. And I tag everybody who's watching this, because I'd love to see your palettes, what you use, what you love, what you don't. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this, more videos for me, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.